Joining me in the studio this morning is Lauren Fulmer. Good morning, Lauren.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Also with us this morning, our guest is Amy Gaule. She is with Waymaker Travel. Hi, Amy.
Hello, good morning.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Great. How was Christmas?
It was so good. So good, but ready to move on as well.
Get her over with, right?
Exactly.
Are you one of those that gets the tree down the next
It's already
day?
down.
Okay.
If not, my kids are begging for presents still. So we get it out of the way and move on.
Move that tree. Well, good for you. Glad it was a great Christmas. And let's talk about Waymaker Travel. You've been on with us one other time at Freezing for Food.
Yeah.
We broke you in the cold way.
Yes, it was very cold.
But it was fun. So when it gets cold, that's when people also think about vacations and going somewhere. Where were the top places people booked in 2022?
So starting at the beginning of the year, most people actually booked domestically. I think we were still a little bit worried about COVID and traveling overseas. So, March, April, May, a lot of people were still traveling domestically. But now here, heading towards the new year and for next year, most people are traveling into the Mexico, Cancun area, where most of my travelers are going. It's just a quick, easy flight, a lot of nonstop flights, so that makes it easy. And the next place is actually Jamaica. St. Louis actually just opened a nonstop flight leaving on Sundays and Thursdays, as well as Chicago has many. But that St. Louis nonstop flight to Chicago or to Jamaica is really opening a lot of options for that Jamaica area.
That's a big deal. The nonstop's the way to go.
It is. You get there faster. You don't have to worry about layovers and delays, and you get right there and start your vacation. So it's
running to and from
exactly
different gates, because you've been held up on the tarmac for 45 minutes to an hour or whatever. So yeah, that nonstop's great.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's talk a little bit about the safety. So Mexico, Jamaica, it doesn't matter. Anytime you're going to a foreign place, you always look up, hey, what are the rules for COVID a little bit, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about the safety.
Yeah, so that's a big concern of most people. Now, most places are safe, especially if you stay on the resort. So what we'll do is we'll book you a transfer that will pick you up from the airport, so you know who you're looking for. You're not trying to call a taxi or anything, and they'll take you right to the doors of your resort. So there's not a lot of guessing of where to go, who to deal with. You go right to your resort, and a lot of those are gated. So they're going to stop you at the gate, your name, who you are, before you can get in the resort. So that's pretty safe. Now there's still always options, and there's still things that happen, but for the most part they're not any more dangerous than traveling domestically. Now if you get to venturing out on your own things, we do say to use caution, just like you would anywhere, especially if you don't know the language and what's going on. Just use caution when you decide to leave. But overall, the resorts are very safe. Now, as far as COVID goes, most countries do not have any restrictions. So there's no testing to get there. There's no testing to come back. There's no worried about, I'm going to get stuck here. Some places you will have to sign waivers that just say I'm not sick, but that's about as far as it goes. So we're kind of back to that pre-COVID traveling. However, things are a lot cleaner, so that's a good thing about it. People are more aware, and it's a lot cleaner. So
okay. And when you said people at first were booking domestically as the pandemic started to wind down, where were places people picked here in the U.S.?
Destin, Fort Walton has been a big spot here for people around Monmouth. You can drive there, so if you're not big to fly in, it's drivable in one day. It's a beautiful beach. There's lots of things for families to do. There's a fun outlet mall for adults to do. It's just a good place where you can go and kind of stay in one little area and not be driving everywhere once you get there. So that's a big option. And then the other option is Fort Lauderdale area, because there are some direct flights from Peoria, Moline, right there. So Hollywood Beach, places like that. So on that side of Florida is also a popular option.
Okay, and again, one-way flights, those or nonstop flights, those are awesome.
Yeah.
How is Florida coping since the hurricane? I know a lot of people go there for snowbird reasons, rightfully so, especially after last week's weather. But the hurricane certainly caused some problems in Florida. How are they recouping?
So Fort Myers is going to take a little bit. They're trying, but they're still cleaning up. It was hit pretty hard. I don't know if you guys have seen pictures and stuff, but it was pretty much all demolished right there in the Times Square area where a lot of people hang out. There's pretty much nothing left. So it's going to take some time, but they will rebuild. It will be a fun area again. But they're still cleaning up. So we haven't quite started even the remodel phase. We're still cleaning stuff out that's hit that area.
Okay. Well, my best to everybody. There's so many people we know locally who were actually impacted by the hurricane in Florida, around that Fort Myers, Punta Gorda, that area. It just devastated some of the homes. And your parents lived down there, Lauren.
Oh yeah, they're probably 7-8 months out of the year are down in Fort Myers. They were there during that. They stayed put. I think they went almost 14 days no power. Very thankful they had a neighbor with the whole house generator.
Yeah.
They'd like, this guy would run a power cord across the road so they could plug in the refrigerator, charge their phones, kind of do simple things throughout the day. But other than that, they were very, very fortunate. Some minor damage done to the exterior of their home and went without power for a few days. Very blessed compared to what many of the other people closer to the water. Man, they not so fortunate.
Yeah. Well, our best to everyone in Florida and those who had homes there that or businesses. Okay, so that's what people were doing in 2022. So let's talk about 2023. Are people branching out, trying new things?
Yeah, so 2023, actually this December has been my busiest booking month ever.
That's because you were freezing for food.
Yeah, people are ready to travel. They are looking. Spring break right now is, people are going. People are leaving on spring break. They are not staying, and rightfully so. We've been stuck here. We've been not traveling, and we want to get out. People want to show their kids the world. So I've booked a lot of spring break trips. That's really exciting. And then I've started booking summer. So prices for flights for summer right now are pricing really well. So now's the time to start thinking about, hey, my summer trip. Don't wait till March, April when everything's booked and prices are high. Now's the time to start thinking about your family's summer trip. Get that booked, pay a deposit, and then we can pay over time. But I'm booking a lot in Punta Cana right now, the Dominican Republic. There's a lot of great family resorts there where there's water slides and parks and things to do. It's beautiful scenery and vegetation. So yeah, now's the time to start looking for that for sure.
Where's everybody going on spring break?
Everyone that I booked is going to Mexico.
Interesting.
Yeah, so there's a brand new resort that's open that's called Royalton Splash in Riviera Maya, Cancun area. And it just opened now. Don't read the reviews right now, but here in the next 3 to 6 months, it's got a water park, it's got laser tag and arcade and bowling and putt-putt and beautiful rooms. So a lot of people are heading there, seeing this brand new resort opening up, and it's very exciting.
Nice. Back in our day, people always booked South Padre Island, Havasu City, Arizona. Are those still even popular?
They're still popular. It's just when you add up all the expenses, traveling internationally is going to save you money. So that's what people are looking at. They like the fact that when they get there, they're not paying for their kids' 900 smoothies that they're drinking. They're not paying for the third, fourth trip to the buffet or for the restaurant for the second meal. And once you get there, you're there. So you're not getting in cars. You're not dealing with, interrupting nap times for the younger kids. One can head up to the room while everyone else is still at the beach and still doing all the fun stuff. Now, those places, South Padre, San Diego is popular. They're still great options, especially the people who aren't quite ready to travel internationally or don't feel comfortable. They want somewhere that they know. Those are still great options, and they're still great, great places to stay, great restaurants and stuff. People are just liking the all-inclusive vibe.
That makes sense. We're talking with Amy Gaule. She is with Waymaker Travel, working from home. This is an opportunity for you to be an entrepreneur, stay here locally, raise your kids and family. So good for you being able to do this. And so folks can get a hold of you. How do they find you? On Facebook?
Yeah, so at Facebook, you're going to look for Waymaker Traveler. You can call me. My number is 319-768-8369. So call me anytime. Or my email, which is waymakertraveler@gmail.com.
Okay.
Also a member of the chamber, so you can contact them and they can get you in touch with me as well.
Okay.
I do want to throw out, since I started following you on Facebook, and I'm not a big Facebook, junkie or whatever you want to call it, but since I started following you, I love you'll have like deals of the week or deals of the day, and pictures are just booked a honeymoon. You don't tell who the people are, but you show the place where they're going. To me, man, you really get my wheels turning and motivation and wanting to get out of here, or plan a trip, and so keep that up. I'd encourage anyone out there to go to Facebook and just take a look at Waymaker Traveler. It's very impressive. I love what you're doing.
Thank you.
And she's going to be putting these nice beach pictures up through this whole winter. Because I
Hey.
saw those during the big winter storm last week.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh dear, that beach
I don't
looks
even
nice.
care if I get a 3-minute mental checkout where I think I might be going. It feels good, and I
Hey, you
appreciate
can
it.
pretend. You
Yeah.
can dream, that's for sure.
But I'll be booking one. That's my 2023 goal. I know we talked earlier.
Yeah.
I got my passport finally. I'm ready to go. So I will look forward to
Sounds
getting
good.
one.
I love doing it.
All right, Amy, where have you visited? What are some of the unique places you've been to that you like?
So this past couple years, we went to Mexico. We went to Cancun area. We went to Punta Cana. Recently, we just traveled over to Lithuania and Europe. We visited Riga and all the other places. That's Latvia, and then over to Lithuania. So that's another thing. I do European vacations as well. We can do that. We can talk about that. That's a whole process, but don't be scared. We can do that. We went to Florida. We went to Fort Myers area before, obviously before the hurricane hit, Naples area, and we went over to Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach is a really fun family area as well. So we've kind of been all over the place. I love taking my kids. They're 3 and 5, so don't be scared if your kids are that age. I can help you walk through all that too. And we have a lot of fun stuff planned for 2023 for me and my husband and my family. So we're traveling. I'm seeing the places. I'll be going on a couple actually business trips. They call them fam trips. So I'll go and visit 10, 15 resorts. So I kind of have an idea of where you're going, what you're seeing, because I'll been there. So I'm doing that a couple times this year. So we'll be out there, but it's going to be a good 2023. I'm excited.
I like history very, very much. Describe Lithuania to me.
So Lithuania, a little backstory there. It's actually where my husband grew up. So his whole family is still there. So which is a fun place. When we go, we're not doing a whole lot of crazy things, but we're doing a lot of local things. We're doing a lot of, eating off the land. We're doing a lot of fishing. We're doing a lot of, you drive by, the cows are actually like on chains and they're milking them by hand there still. So it slows you down for sure. There's a bunch of castles. We visited a bunch of castles. It's a beautiful country. It's a calm country. It's a quiet country. But if that's what you're looking for, if you're looking for just somewhere to slow down and see history and see, going to Europe and somewhere like Lithuania is definitely the place to go.
Okay, cool. Great stuff, Amy. Thank you for sharing all of this morning. And folks who are, like you said, we were pretty much kind of shut down there for a while through the pandemic.
Yeah.
And so now you're right. People do want to just get out, see the world and safely, and take their kids to see the world.
Life's too short. Get out and travel.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think somebody just gave you a new moniker.
Yeah.
All right. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, thank you for coming in, Amy.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thanks
it.
for having me. I appreciate it.
Lauren Fulmer with us. Also, Amy Gaule with us. She is with Waymaker Traveler on 1330 WRAM and FM 94.1. It is 8:53. Good morning.